Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Hope you're all well, and looking forward to another Sunday stream in the PMDG 737. We're in Turkey today, Istanbul, Lima Tango Foxtrot Mike for the 4-letter ICAO code. That's Gav down below, I think. In the live chat, David, Gav, Doctor on board, Craig, Phantom, welcome guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. And if you're perhaps joining us for the first time, it's great to have you on board. Welcome. Please do hit the subscribe button, and throughout today's live stream, remember to hit like as well. Mahaba Kai is hopefully going to be ground, or at least potentially even tower if his mentor shows up. We've got the freeware LTFM scenery today for Istanbul, and this rather cool Turkish Airlines livery as well for the PMDG 737-700. We're using steps because I'm rather not suspicious. What's the word? You know where you think is that? Oh, God, I'm absolutely mind blank now. That link, the thing where jinx it, or if you it'll break if you use it, sort of thing. You guys know what I mean. Yeah, freeware scenery and jetties can sometimes be a problem, so I tend to avoid them. Thankfully, we've got steps in this MDG aircraft, and we're off today to Ljubljana. LJLJ for the 4-letter code for that one. We're tracking the flight on Volanta. No worries, Kai. In fact, I should probably make sure I have imported it through Volanta. There is a Adriatic competition on the Volanta flight tracking program today, and yesterday as well. For those of you who took part, there was live ATC through yesterday for it. Today it's the extension of the competition through to this evening where it will close, and a couple of winners will win Volanta Premium. So we're flying the route into the Adriatic region. We're going to fly into Slovenia so that everybody tracking the flight on Volanta can get an entry. So that's the building that's pushed me back up again. John, no worries. Really odd. Updated Windows and getting crashed to desktops. So if you are on Windows, be careful, folks. You're going to hit the update button. Red Thread, welcome. Okay, that's enough panning around the outside for now. Let's dive straight into the flight deck. We're currently on Unicom 1228. And our call sign is THY 17 Lima Papa, which is it Turk Air? I think they refer to themselves as no, Turkish 17 Lima Papa. So there's our route, and we go to the next page. We can see we're initially going to go direct Varden, but actually we need to put the SID in as well. So we're going to have the SID to Varden, transition then to the November 618 airway to Gol, and then we're going to head Ateka, Osvix, Mosav, Magam. And then we're going to get the Magam arrival into Ljubljana, which is high altitude, or relatively high altitude. It's a couple of thousand feet up above mean sea level, and around some stunning scenery as well. And we've got the Scenic Routes payware scenery installed for that as well. We've not been there for a little while, so we shall revisit it. Right, where were we? So Perf Init page, we've got our loading completed. John, wow. Have you been trying to load in with the Phoenix every time and it's crashing to desktop? Let's load that. Perf Init uplink is ready, and we're going to compare it against some other stuff. Jay, welcome. So, on the Simbrief flight plan then, what have we got for FinRes and alternate fuel and stuff like that? Make sure the figures are right. Scrolling through all of the GUMP data. 2.7 will be the reserve. Cost index needs to be 30. Our diversion today is Wien, or Vienna, in Austria. Not that we intend to go there. Average wind 345 at 5. And our cruise of flight level 380 as well. Varden 4 Delta departure, the transition's 12,000 feet. So let's amend that as well. We might as well do it all before we hit exec. And our zero fuel weight there, 53.1 tons right of fuel. So, takeoff performance wise, the VAS airplane toolbox has calculated saying 22k takeoff 1 with a assumed temperature of 45 degrees, and we'll go for climb 2 performance. It's given us 88.7% M1. We go to the takeoff page. I'm actually going to do page 2 first. We've got at the moment 040 at 16. The runway wind. I need to reset those defaults so it's 1,000 above ground level. Flaps 5, and then centre of gravity is 6.6. We can set that now. And if you're wondering, perhaps tuning in and you've not really seen too much of the 737 from PMDG, you're wondering why there's no V-speeds. That is because we still haven't put the departure in, so we're still yet to give the aircraft all of the information it needs. That's about 6.6. Oh, no worries, no worries. John, yeah, I've got the freeware Istanbul with the, so it's 2 packs, it's like a photogrammetry scenery as well. Wow, he's not at home, that's not helpful for you guys. We were obviously trying to get you all the traffic today so you can get your tower endorsement. Then, I'm guessing there's nobody else that could come and assist you. Right, departures, runway 35 left. And we want Baden 4 Delta. There she is. No transitions. We check the legs page and it should lead straight to Baden or Varden. It does. And then a couple of waypoints through there. Ian, g'day. So, that's done. That's done. That's done. Now we've got the departure in, the SID. It allows us to pre-populate the V-speeds. It's now warning us as well, we're unable to reach 240 knots at Foxtrot Mike 012. So, Kaya, no worries. FM 012, that's there. So in that case, let's check the charts. Okay, well it says max of 240 knots. The aeroplane's warning us it can't reach 240 knots at that point. We're only 1,750 at altitude there, or it's at or above. So we're probably going to be about 200 knots-ish, maybe. But that's fine, we could ignore that then. We could potentially delete it or change it if we wanted to, if we were that way inclined, but we will leave it as it is. And then on the Navigraph charts, you can see we're going to depart runway heading. 354 degrees up to Foxtrot Mike 012, then a left turn at or above 1,750 feet, heading 296 degrees up to Akua, and then heading over to Bulgarian airspace at Vaden, and then across Europe. Pretty much a straight diagonal northwesterly kind of direction. Ground charts at Turkey, or Turkey's Istanbul airport are just absolutely mega. Look at that. Just insane. We're there. Stand Bravo 6. We're going to push start south, then we're going to head up Tango 3, November Whiskey, and then, well, wherever Kai tells us if he's ground. Charlie 1 Alpha, and then it's 35 left, so we've got to cross 35 right, hold up Bravo 1 Bravo, and head down. But there's all of this stuff around the bottom here as well. Potentially we could be taxied around there, but we'll leave it up to Kai. He knows the drill in this for this particular airport here at Istanbul, having done the training. Red Thread saying, don't derate takeoff performance. Well, we're going with the VAS Airplane Toolbox performance calculation, which has taken into account our weights, the METAR, runway length and all that sort of stuff. So we're going with what the performance calculator has said, which is why we've derated the takeoff. Right, what else? So climb performance, that's looking good. Cruise 380, and we don't need to worry about the descent really at the moment. It's not reach. We don't need to reach 240 knots. It's just going to be at its speed at or below 240. What else do we need to do here? Where was it? Where is it? Lost me train of thought. 136. 146. Kai, no worries, buddy. Gonna have a little look for any VORs and things. It's not really anything for us to worry about there. Max of 240 knots. So on my checklist, what have we got here? Boink. So we need to set the parking brake. Battery standby, guard, power, all closed. Let's go up to the overhead here because everything's going to be up here for a moment. We've done that and the ground power's connected as well. We've got as far as APU and passenger signs. Like so. Window heat's on, left aft fuel pump's on, and the APU is starting at the moment. That's that. Greg, welcome aboard. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. Great to have you here. You want the startup sounds? Hey Andy, welcome. Red Threads, we were supposed to have Tower, but they've decided to go out for the day. Which is a shame, but it is what it is. So Kai is gratefully heading on to VATSIM as a ground controller for us. APU power. Onto the overhead, let's check the APU gen. And then we've got about a minute or so before we can worry about or think about bleeding the APU. Because at the moment, turn the packs to auto. Nothing happens. In the meantime, we've set the FMC. We need to obtain clearance in a little while. Altimeter's been set, transponder needs to be set as well. We can't really go much further, but we can tune to Kai 124725. Right, so Istanbul departure rate is Alpha. 35 left and 36. Parallel departures in progress. 1228 after departure. Surface wind 040 degrees 17 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Clouds broken 2,200 feet. Temperature plus 22. Dew point plus 16. QNH 1018. 1018. Istanbul ground, Mahaba, Turkish 17 Lima Papa, Bravo 6, 737 with Alpha, request RFR to Ljubljana.
Turkish 17 Lima Papa, Mahaba, clear to destination via the VATSIM forward out departure, information 5 left, initially 5,000 feet, and squawk 6410.
Cleared Ljubljana, bottom 4 Delta departure, runway 35 left, initial climb 5,000 feet and squawk 6410 Turkish 17 Lima Papa.
17 Lima Papa, reback correct, advisor ready for Persian startup QH 1018.
Okay. 6410. Wink. Right, so now we can continue with our checklist, which I think's been on your screen the whole time. You can download this checklist, by the way, on our website, britishafgeek.com/PMDG-737. Altimeter set QNH1013, and the the transponder is now set as well and set to TA. Fueling, loading, boarding is complete. Release the ground power and the stairs, and up here we can APU bleed on. That's all working nicely. You can hear the packs fire up on auto as well, and isolation valve was auto. Takeoff data is set. So that's all done and checked. Cruise altitude pressure panel. So down here, up onto the overhead, flight level 380, and then our landing altitude in Ljubljana is mean sea level is 1,300 feet above. So landing altitude is 1,300. Is the closest figure, and we've briefed the departure as well. We've just gone through that as about 2, 3, 4 minutes ago. So with that in mind, onto the MCP. Flight Director 1 and 2 go to the on position. Radios have been set with frequencies. 1228 Unicom is on our standby, and we don't really need any VORs or anything. So ground equipment's clear. And check the park and brake, we got the light as well, and wheels, chocks removed. Matai, I bought new RAM, it turns out that wasn't even needed. So I wasted about 400 quid for nothing. It was just issues with the sim. What was it? I think it was just the sound setting, bizarrely. Turkish 17 Lima Papa, fully ready, request push start.
Turkish 17 Lima Papa, pushing startup is approved facing north, QH 1018.
Push start north, QNH 1018, Turkish 17 Lima Papa. We planned our pushback.
This is ground, stand by.
17 Lima Papa, sorry to be a pain, but it's facing south, sorry.
I'll try. Bear with me.
Thanks, sorry, just realised it's a one-way system.
No worries. Okay, right, so now we've got to stop the pushback.
Ground, please cancel pushback operation.
Oh well, we get to see the
Roger,
toolbar
pushback.
pushback under a bit of pressure here with a complete pre-plan, replan. So, back to the planning. So we were planning to go the other way, but as Kai's mentioned, it's one way, so we shall push facing south. That'll do us.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground.
Rightio.
Stand by.
So, anti-collision light can go on. There. Fuel pumps need to go on as required. We're ready for start.
Istanbul ground.
And sensor tanks are empty, so we can leave those two pumps off.
Ljubljana with information
Packs need to go to the off position.
2476 destination via the VATSIM for Delta Spot.
Check the isolation valve is open, the APU's on bleed, engine 1-2 bleeder off, and we'll continue to work through without the checklist getting in your way. Cyborg, no, it's freeware.
Departure by the Varden for Delta departure. Initial climb to 5,000 feet. Squawk 6405. Osprey 247.
Mission mode selector, set both.
2472
Parking
reback
brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking
And
set.
we just wait for
Clear
pushback
ground.
clearance. Get rid of the music for a moment
We are
because
cleared for start and push.
we're about to get some tunes from the
Okay,
engine.
Cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Go engine 2, set ground.
Commencing pushback.
On to the N2.
Engine sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
There we go. 20 to 25%, we're going to move the fuel control run lever, or fuel control lever to run.
Clear to destination via the VATSIM.
There we go. So now we're basically throwing fuel into the engine now, if you're not familiar with the 737. You can see the exhaust gas temperatures rising, now the N2 rising as well. So the second stage compressor and the first stage compressor. You've got our derated takeoff shown in green above there as well.
Cleared to destination via the Varden 4 routes. Should climb 5,000.
And working through the pushback.
72 confirm the Varden 4 Delta departure and voluntary flight left.
Varden 4 Delta departure.
That's recentered, so we'll go to engine 1 now, set that to ground.
Something.
Peekaboo.
Sorry, that was the wrong one.
N2. Fuel control reeve run. Ah, John's on, fantastic. And let's start the Turkish Airlines safety demonstration.
Osprey 27 Juliet, Mike Istanbul ground hello. Clear to destination via the Varden 4 Delta departure from retreat 5 left, initially 5,000 feet as well, 6401.
No idea where the tug's going, but we'll leave it to do its thing.
When the seatbelt sign is on, please fasten and adjust your seatbelt.
Okay, there goes the warning lights.
Seatbelt fastened and visible until the seatbelt sign is off.
See, Fenix say that the toolbar pushback mod doesn't work, but it does. They just haven't made their aircraft add-on compatible with it. Slash, well, it's just not necessarily compatible with it, but I know a couple of people here in the community do still use it with the Fenix aircraft, so I've got no idea what they mean.
Istanbul ground Osprey 247 is ready for pushing south from Cape Bravo 4.
Our brake ops back on, and we're going to run the gens for the engines. Engine start switches.
Startup is complete.
Facing south and caution.
We'll put them onto continuous now. We'll simulate that being no auto ignition instead. Row Pete can go on. Wing engine anti-ice as required, not required at the moment. Engine 1 and 2 bleeds on. Packs set auto, isolation valve auto, recirc fan auto, and APU bleed off. APU off. Flaps as required, set 5. 3 stages. Turkish 17 Lima Papa request taxi.
17 Lima Papa, are you able to the left turn
Each side of the cabin at the front, center, and rear.
I didn't get any of that. I think you were eating a bag of crisps.
Take a moment now to locate your nearest sign, which may be behind you.
117 Papa, ready check.
Evacuation.
R5.
Okay, there we go. Are you able to the left turn onto Charlie? Correction, Tango Charlie.
A5.
Which in that case, actually via Tango Charlie, Tango 5, November 2, Charlie, hold short Charlie 5 Alpha, Voluntary 4, correction, Voluntary 5 right.
Flip it over your head, attach the strap, and tighten it.
Taxi, Tango Charlie, Tango 5, November 2, Charlie hold, Charlie 5 Alpha, way 35 right, Turkish 17 Lima Papa. So taxi lights on. It's the system page, light controls.
Exit doors are equipped with automatically inflating slides, which the crew will operate in case of an emergency. Before takeoff and landing, please make sure that your window blind is open, your tray table is closed, and your seat back is fully upright. Please stow your footrest, video screen, and handset. Thank you for your attention. For more details, please read the safety card in your seat pocket. Make sure you follow all signs and cabin crew instructions at all times. Enjoy your flight.
Elevator trims as required. Flaps are set in green. Flight controls are full and free now. Engine instruments checked. And we'll do a quick recall as well. LNAV, VNAV armed. Auto throttle armed. And then we're going to taxi away to the runway. It's the Luke Air tool, so you just sort of click it and it will do it for you. German's asking the same question. So lukeairtool.net, it's a freeware announcement / passenger simulator as well. So like PackX, but completely free of charge. And it gives you all those announcements as well. If you're using the PackSim version that they have, which simulates the boarding, loading and customer service stuff that goes on through the flight, then it will actually use FSU IPC to detect different phases of your flight, and it will then automatically play your announcements, which is really cool. But because I don't use that element, what I have to do is click it in the announcements tab instead. Alright, we are all set. Ah! It's my ground charts. It's all very cramped. Let's go off-road then, Kai. Thanks. Oh God. Now where are we going? I'm actually having to use these signs because the charts are so bad. November 1. There's November 2. So we're taking the second left coming up. Holy moly. Hitman taxi lights are on already. There they are. We don't need the runway turn-off lights on yet. Kai, you saw nothing. Rogue forklift truck driver. We've reported to the airside safety department for endangering an aircraft. So Kai, I assume then we're going to get Charlie 5 Alpha, then we're going to cross Bravo 4 Bravo, Bravo 4 Alpha, we're going to go left Bravo down to Bravo 1 Alpha or Bravo 2 perhaps? Is that right? Or I've never flown out of Istanbul before. Obviously you're the pro. Don't need to track any VORs, so let's do the aeroplane a favour and turn them off. We declutter the nav display. It's a very speedy forklift, Andy. Not bad for a freeware airport, is it? Look at that. No worries. Oh, we got centre on as well. Fantastic. 129425. It's a shame we weren't able to get you the traffic for your tower endorsement today, Kai, but maybe another time. We're heading down to the bottom. Hitman, no, never. I've only ever flown EasyJet TUI through its many iterations over the years. Thomas Cook Airlines, Monarch, and British Airways. Oh, and Virgin Atlantic once, and it was an awful flight to St. Lucia with an incredibly horrendous delay of about 4 and a bit hours with some pretty bad customer service. So probably won't fly with them again.
Information Alpha on board, request airfare clearance to Lima Tango Alfa Romeo.
Couple of Osprey, 3 Osprey, love it.
By the ASMAP for Delta departure of runway 36, initially, correction, ASMAP for Echo departure of runway 36, initially 8,000 feet to squawk 6.
Ollie's the next left.
Clear destination via ASMAP for Echo, active runway 36, initial climb 8,000, squawk 6433, Turkish 10 X-ray.
I'm sorry, X-ray, reback correct.
Istanbul ground, Osprey 2472 is ready for taxi.
Osprey 2472, taxi by Tango 6, Tango 5, November 2, Charlie, hold short Charlie 5 Alpha.
Taxi by Tango 6, Tango 5.
Andy,
November
no
2,
worries at all.
Charlie holding short at Charlie 5 Alpha for Osprey 2472.
Joe Linton saying, whenever I pull up on my yoke it starts glitching and goes back down causing me to crash. Can anybody help? Is it a particular aircraft or in every aircraft? It sounds like you've got like an auto assist on, AI co-pilot or something like that, that's then fighting your controls. Microsoft Flight Simulator decided to put in like an artificial pilot, that the idea would be that you can fly the entire thing for you, so you could just sit back and do nothing.
Turkish 170 Papa, contact anchor control now 129, correction 129, decimal 45, 65 by link.
Contact anchor at 129.425 for Turkish 17 Lima Papa. Thanks to the ATC, Kai. See ya.
No problem, bye.
45. Anchor control, good afternoon, Turkish 17 Lima Papa, approaching Charlie 5 Alpha for runway crossing. All I can.
Turkish 17 Lima Papa, anchor control, hello, via Charlie 5 Alpha, cross runway 35 right, line up runway 35 left.
Cross Charlie 5 Alpha, runway 35 right and line up 35 left, Turkish 17 Lima Papa. Right, fuel flow, reset rate, sounds like we're getting the intersection, B speeds checked, MCP nav data radios checked. Do a quick recalculation of our performance here. Still the same, that's fine. Assumed 45 still, takeoff 1. Lovely jubbly. Runway turn off lights go to the on position. Put the landing lights on as well. Post lights already set strobe steady, and we've got ignition both on continuous. Traffic.
Turkish 17 Lima Papa, runway 35 left, wind 040 degrees, 17 knots, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 35 left, Turkish 17 Lima Papa. Sponder on, and runway confirm it's 35 left, and we've got the Varden 4 Delta departure.
35 right, report established.
Are you in Brand Qatar 6835 right to report established?
Bit on the brakes, let's just get the engine spooled up here. Good morning, Eagle 1 in Boston, welcome.
Oscar, descent 1000 feet, QNH 1018.
Descending flight level 110.
Max, I do indeed.
QNH 101.
Yoke down, off the brakes, toga.
QNH 1018.
QNH 1018.
Work to maintain the centre line, that's thrust set. And speed to live. Bit of a crosswind, quite a bit of a crosswind actually. Do that nose wheel pressure. 17, slightly to the left. Rotate. Wow, that is a mega crosswind. 17 knots. Let's go gear up. Still blowing us about a little bit. Variable, 18, 19. Yeah, buddy. Here we go.
7712 cleared, Tokyo 1 Golf, arrival expect altitude
78.
runway 06, descent level 180.
No, no, VNAV, all the throttles armed and taken over as well. So, after takeoff, so positive rate gear up, that's good. Let's turn the system off, and we're going to work through retracting some of the flaps as well. We can turn the auto brake off, upset RTO, and CMDA is engaged. Engine start switch, go to automatic. Runway turn off lights, switch off. Flaps retract as appropriate. We're through flaps 1 already.
Decided to kick our
In fact, let's go all the way up, flaps up. And we're going to go up, no green in a minute. So we're looking out for that little light there to extinguish. There we go.
101 anchor control, hello, Fox 6430.
Flaps up. And no lights.
Thunder 2189, radar contact 5 level 280.
Ah, I thought I did. Whoopsie. I thought I'd turn that off when I turned the runway turn-off lights on. Oh well. If you're tuning in, welcome. Joined us at the business end of the flight. As we depart, please do hit the subscribe button down below and hit the like button as well.
Skydive 1789, requesting off flight deck 20 minutes, 20 minutes.
Skydive 1789, approved to perform back.
Skydive 1789.
Initial climb was 5,000, so we've got to level off here. Eagle, I've left the clock because, well, ever since the A32NX had that memory leak with the clock where it was running for too long, I now don't bother with it as much. There we go. Nice livery, eh? Hitman saying, have I tried FS Realistic? I have. I really don't think it's that great for airliners, if I'm honest.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your own safety, please keep your seatbelt fastened while you remain seated. Please be careful when opening the overhead bins. Thank you.
Sayın yolcularımız, emniyetiniz için
Turkish
oturduğunuz
170
sürece
Papa request
kemerinizi
further
bağlı tutunuz. Başüstü dolaplarını açarken dikkatli olunuz. Teşekkür ederiz.
Papa level 380, Turkish 170 Papa. Christopher, welcome.
Turkish 771, TV front 8,000 feet by QNH 1016.
You can watch these programs on Sport 24 channel.
38.
For detailed information on Wi-Fi mobile phone usage, you may find in the Skylab magazine. Thank you. Sayın yolcularımız,
Being up speed. And up we go.
İnternete kişisel cihazlarınızdan ücretsiz olarak bağlanabilir. Operatörünüzün roaming fiyatları üzerinde
Oh, you are welcome.
Wait 101 radar contact.
The banner doesn't look to be broken yet. We'd leveled off at 5, don't forget. Matteo, it's the Luke Air Tool. LukeAirTool.net. It's still shown as working for me. Don't forget, it doesn't give a estimated time of arrival until we pass 10,000 feet as well. But like Andy says, when does it not break? It will break at some point soon, it's guaranteed. Away we go, listen to those noises, the engines. Gumball, no, it's the Luke Air Tool, I don't use PAC-X. So PMDG had done such a great job with this. Alright, perhaps next time we can guarantee coverage with your mentor so you can get on and we can get you all that traffic to get you certified as a tower controller perhaps. We'll see what we can do.
Turkish 7712, proceed direct Foxtrot Juliet 725.
Tower Control, Freebird 307 with you at flight level 360.
Freebird 307, anchor control, hello, squawk 6451 at Will Charlie.
Ah, okay, not good. Hopefully soon. You're doing a lot more ATC than I've been able to do.
6451 and we will...
Oh, I really do, yeah. Really do.
Freebird 307.
Turn the landing lights off now through 10. And we've given the aeroplane a little bit of a chance now to start to pressurise. So we're going to check our pressurisation panel, and you can see we are in cabin climb pressurising normally. Refer back to the checklist. So landing lights off, cabin check pressurising, and seatbelt signs as required. They're on auto. All we need to do now through the transition, it's gone orange, is go to standard pressure. Check the standby instrument matches, and we're good.
Order 6, runway 35 right, expecting Turkish, Michael.
Beautiful bit of scenery. So the speeds are all good, and we are settling into the climb rather nicely now. So let's see what other wing views we've got.
For the 973, runway 35 right, continue approach.
Right, sir.
Eagle 1, it depends. If I'm not really that bothered about it, to be honest. If Lamina, is it Lamina that create X-Plane? If Lamina want, if they want to reach out to me and say, we'd love you to try X-Plane 12, then I'll give it a go. But I've spent a lot of money and a lot of time and energy invested into Microsoft Flight Simulator, so I've got no reason to need to change. Look how stunning it is. The quality of the aircraft at the moment are just exquisite, really, really good. So I haven't really got any reason to change whatsoever at the moment. Especially bearing in mind over the next 4 or 5, well, over the next 6 months, we look forward that far. We've got the 737-600, the 737-800, potentially the 900. Then we've got the INI builds A310 coming in the November anniversary update, plus a Payware Aeroplane Heaven DC3 that will be included for free in that update as well. And then we potentially, after about a month or so after that, we'll be looking at the PMDG 777. So amazing, right? What's the checklist on the yoke? Red Thread asks. That is sort of like some quick action checks. So you can work through and go flaps up, green light, stabilizer trim. You can cross-check the units there. After takeoff checks, it's all there. Look. Flaps up, no lights, and you can move this down as you go through each check to bring the cursor in line with where you're at.
Turkish 2540, you're clear for the Bayer 1 Delta arrival, expect LS 229 arrive, descend 10,000 feet to be level over Mushviar.
I'll take a please, Turkish 2540.
Turkish 2540, cleared Bayer 1 Delta, expect LS Zulu runway 29 arrive. Descend 10,000 feet to be level by Mushviar, QNH 1013.
Those of you looking to do a flight today, if you fly anywhere in this region today, Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, Herzegovina, what else have we got? Kosovo, Albania, I think that was, and Serbia as well, I think, all included, perhaps maybe Bulgaria too. Was Romania and Hungary included as well? Not sure. But go on the Volanta Discord, basically. It'll give you a list of airports you fly into or out of any of those by the end of today, this afternoon. Then you will get an entry if you track it through this system, Volanta. It will then give you entries to win Volanta Premium. So pretty cool. That magenta line there is the sort of illustration of our planned route up to Slovenia or Ljubljana today. And you can see there we're going to cross into Bulgarian airspace any second now.
Ankara, hello, Alpine 532, level 340 in Patombe.
Alpine 5832, Ankara control, hello, squawk 6455.
Squawk 6455, Alpine 5832.
Retro's asking, what is the 3 number thing on the right of the yoke? It's just a bit of an old school thing, really. So back in the days where your flight number would have 3 digits, you could rotate these so that you had a visual reminder of what your flight number was, which is pretty cool. I do use it on occasion. I used it yesterday, in fact. Our call sign yesterday was Singapore 918, so I set that to 918. So I had something right there in front of me all the time, showing me what our call sign was. We'll prepare our next frequency. It's going to be Unicom. Top of climb after back low over there, which is looking pretty good. So that's certainly on track. Good question, Beto. Thanks for asking.
35 less than 050 degrees, 16 knots, clear for takeoff.
Cleared 35 left, 35 right, cleared to 35 left from takeoff for Osprey 2472.
Berlin 973, welcome to Istanbul, contact ground 124.725, bye-bye.
124.725, check the 6 line 975.
If you're not subscribed already as well, please consider doing so. We're chasing down 20,000 subscribers. When we hit that, we're going to be giving away 2 PMDG 737s with a choice between the 700 variant and the 600 variant, which is coming soon. So hopefully we can reach that 20k target before the 600 gets released, and then a winner will have it on day 1.
After run, clear to ILS approach 425 right, and we report and establish Ankara Control, hello, Turkish 1 Sierra X-ray, ready for departure.
Boo, there's no Airbus in the intro, Christopher. I know. I thought we'd switch it up. We'd go Boeing for a bit. It's been the Flybois A32NX for a very long time in the intro and outro. Aviation, yeah, I'll be able to give a couple of days of previews prior to it being released for the 600 and the 800 as well.
Ankara Control, good evening. Sun X7 Foxtrot is inbound Charlie, November Kilo, flight level 350.
AR, hello.
Foxtrot, Ankara Control, hello, radar contact.
Yeah, it's my latest AIG MSFS VMR, but I've also got a VMR. It's on our website, BritishAvgeek.com. If you go to the liveries page, you go right down the bottom, and there'll be the VMR there, so it'll include all of our liveries as well. So those of you flying around Osprey will be displayed. You've got that VMR properly as well, which is pretty cool. But AIG has to have the models for it to work, otherwise there's nothing to match. And then the VMR will try and find the next nearest thing. 33 knot crosswind.
Turkish 310, contact Baghdad on 129.1, bye bye.
Baghdad 29.1, Turkish Baghdad, yeah.
Yeah, as Doc said, Singapore don't have 73 in real life, so it's tried to find the next nearest match.
Spray 722, Anchor Control, hello, where Charlie 1, Alpha Cross 35 right, line up on way 35 left.
Cross Charlie 1 Alpha, cross runway 35 right.
Have I got traffic on? Oh yeah, I do, that's what the range rings are for. Got terrain.
17 Lima, Papa Monty, Unicorn 122, that's mate, when I fly.
1228 for Turkish 17 Lima Papa, thanks for the ATC, good night.
Control Osprey.
Still on VNAV speed mode. I mean, ideally, what it should have done is match with the 737-800. Perhaps that's something I can build in, actually. Maybe I can build it in and try and trick it into... Oh no, it won't actually do that, will it? It can't double generate. Hi, no worries, buddy. Thanks for jumping on as ground. Always nice to have a bit of ATC. First time flying Turkish Airlines, I think, on the channel as well. Yeah, there's a shout, Doc. We expect that now, Kai. Get on Ljubljana, will you? I think the last time we flew into Ljubljana as well, it was on Unicom too. Sadly not Lone Gamer. We're tracking this again on the landing rate monitor as well, FS Hub, so it'll be recorded as an Osprey flight. And we'll get that touchdown rating at the top as well when we do touchdown in Ljubljana. Hopefully it'll be nice and smooth, nice and accurate. They are, no worries. So RF, hello to you, welcome. How are we doing? 35, there we go. Less than 3,000 to go. And then we'll be at cruise. Amor, hello to you, Mahaba. Sadly I can't play copyright music. The ones we're playing, the music we're playing at the moment, I've actually paid for a license to pay it, which wasn't particularly cheap anyway. But we are limited as to what we can play. Twitch technically also can't play copyrighted music, but some of the streamers over there do anyway. I don't want to risk it. Winds in Ljubljana, 090 degrees at 6 knots, variable between 010 and 120 degrees. What runway options do we have there? Runway 30, Maga 1 Romeo is what we were expecting. Aviation, it's a very good question I don't know the answer to. I think a Janet is going to be included, isn't it? They've got to include a Janet, surely. Quite cool. Maga 1 Romeo, where is it? Ah, it's pretty much a straight in approach via Mipro. And then ILS 30. The only charted option here, with the VOR as another option. There's the C chord for our cruise. But yeah, about 98% of the time it's runway 30. Which is good, because the airport terminal buildings are right at the end of the runway in that case. That does make it a little easier. A bit of terrain around us as we make our way in. And indeed, yes, they literally will just demonetize you. And they take a lot of money off you anyway as it is, so mind you, they take less than Twitch. There's the information charts, there's the parking stands. Rightio, so I've pinned my charts ready to go. When we get a bit closer, we'll go through the approach and everything else as well. Never seen you use VR head tracking. Do you like that sort of thing, or is it really not your bag? So, I would like to try it, Tobii eye tracker and all that sort of stuff, but I just think simming is expensive enough, and with a limited budget at the moment, I can't really justify spending that money on anything like that. I think I don't think it's that necessary, to be totally honest. I know once people have got them, they say they couldn't use them simming without it, but yeah, at the moment, not for me. I've had to stop flying in real life as well because all the money I had saved up for my PPL is now going to be swallowed up in my house purchase, so I definitely can't go and spend. The missus will be fuming if I then go and spend a couple of £100 on a Tobii eye tracker or an alternative. What's the other, Track IR or whatever it's called? Yeah, if I had DCS, then absolutely I would. I'd probably have a virtual reality headset as well. Great if you're in like an Apache or something. So, time to go. 1 hour 12. Love it. I have to have a quick look at the terms of the Volanta competition as well while we're flying along, so we can work out how we get our entries confirmed in the competition. Let's have a little read through this. Event is in progress. So it says, this weekend we're inviting you to visit the Adriatic region in Europe in partnership with VATSIM Adria. You'll have a range of countries including Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Serbia, Macedonia, Albania and Kosovo. All eligibility requirements and requirements and sceneries are listed in announcements, so make sure you give it a read. Okie dokie, let's have a read. Few messages above, where is it? So, 3 pilots will be eligible to win a 6-month premium membership, a 3-month premium membership, or a 1-month premium membership. You must log your flight on Volanta and begin your flight after the 18th of June at midnight UTC and end your flight before the 20th of June at 11 UTC. Oh, that's good, that's tomorrow, thank goodness. So all day today counts as well. You must not use SLU and not attempt to exploit or misuse the system. You can fly in any aircraft in any simulator that Volanta supports. Oh, that is it. So you just log your flight on Volanta and you do the rest, and I guess they log it for you automatically. Easy peasy. So as long as we're logging the flight properly with the route, it will be good. Benjamin, am I getting the 600 today? Not known. I know I'm going to be getting it slightly early in advance of it being released, so I can preview it to you guys. When that is, I don't know. Hopefully not today, because hopefully not over the next few days. Although I do have an email now from Big Radials saying that the Goose has just been updated to version 1.0.4D. So do check that out. If you've got the Goose, you can now update it to another version. Yeah, I'm basically on standby. But I'll be getting the 600 a couple of days or so prior to its release. The 800 has got a lot of differences, so a lot of differences to the 6 and the 700. So might be getting that a little earlier, so I can try and learn the tweaks, the nuances, the differences to it as well, and then sort of go through you guys what all those differences are as well. You can watch me make loads of mistakes and cock stuff up, I'm sure. Easy Sim Pilots saying, you think the Fenix is worth 50 quid? I do, yeah. I think it's quite carefully priced. Quite carefully priced, but it's not without its issues. I'm getting frustrated with the fact that it doesn't work with toolbar pushback. Toolbar pushback, we've been enjoying that for about a year now. So for Fenix to then come along and say, by the way, you need to uninstall the toolbar pushback mod because it's not compatible, it's a little frustrating. Gumball 3000, welcome on board. Thanks for subscribing, and another new subscriber as well. Very warm welcome to you. Lamin's Aviation, hello, welcome, and Swamp, good afternoon. Yeah, I think the Fenix is certainly very good for the price of £50. I'm still not completely convinced that it's... I still haven't made my mind up about whether or not I like the fact that it runs an external program just to get it running, if that makes sense. But if you haven't got either at the moment, and you're thinking, what do I want to get the most? Do I want another Airbus A320, or do I want a 737 for a little bit more money? Then this is my recommendation to most people. This is still by far my favourite aircraft. Not everybody is going to want every single variant, of course. Those that do will have to pay a lot more overall, but those who don't will have they'll have it for cheaper, basically. But the Fenix still needs quite a few tweaks, optimizations, and a couple of bug fixes. John, interestingly enough, was trying to load in the Fenix today after a Windows update, and every time it was freezing and crashing the sim as it was trying to load the Fenix A320. So rather strange behaviour there. Interestingly, actually, John, what aircraft did you end up in? I'll see if you can find him on Volanta, and see if he's ended up just going into the 737. Gav's in the 737. John is in the A320, so seems to have got working in the end. I do like the Fenix A320, and absolutely, I'm certainly really pleased I've got it. Personally, at the moment, I've got no need to fly the fly-by-wire A32NX anymore. As much as I love that, and you appreciate how much that the everybody involved on the project is, everybody has done a lot to the sim, haven't they? They've progressed the sim significantly, but we've now got a payware A320, which is remarkably good. So yeah, I do certainly think Fenix is worth the £50. I think it's very good value for that. You get a lot for your money. Yeah, Christopher, there were a few problems with the pushback toolbar mods way before Fenix, like you're saying. We had a couple of issues ourselves with it just tanking performance and gobbling up RAM, like you're saying there, Christopher. But it's more of a compatibility and a performance issue with the wider sim. Fenix have turned around and said it's an incompatibility with their aircraft product. To the point where if you use it and you've got it installed, you'll get a pop-up on the Fenix program saying you've loaded up with an incompatible add-on, and they name toolbar pushback as the problem. So I'm not a particular fan of that. SM, well, you've got about a month and a half, roughly, as a minimum, point where we could start thinking about looking forward to the 800. So watch that space. Don't forget as well, we've got the new EFB coming from PMDG. We've got the new, when the 600 releases, the 700 will also be updated, and it'll include the new LNAV system that they've been creating, hand-created for the sim. So the 737 will fly like never before, more accurately to that of the 737, which sounds amazing. Christopher, I don't really understand what you mean. Don't understand what you mean. I'm assuming you're on about the where they were requesting for certain things, certain texture files and things to be removed off flightsim.to, right? But they've been very open. We had this discussion a couple of streams ago. Effectively, they would have problems with their license conditions with Boeing. Bearing in mind it's officially licensed by them. There's likely strict conditions on that, so Boeing will want to protect their brand. So there'll be conditions set up on PMDG that they have to work to adhere to. Otherwise, they could be in breach of the contract. So they're only trying to make sure that in the long term, the wider sim community can enjoy it in a more secure way. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's only fair. All they've asked for people to do with the texture mods and things, so people want that worn texture stuff. Some of them have been just absolutely awful as well. So thank God they've been removed. But some of the textures, they look quite nice. But all PMDG have asked them to do, they haven't got a problem with them. They've just said, please contact us first to make sure that we have got no issues with our licensing conditions and everything else. Yeah, the full name in the forum thing, I guess it's to stop people hiding behind pseudonyms, which I kind of get the point, but then with GDPR coming in to those of us in the EU and the UK as well, it's a bit of a thing. So I'm not really a fan of the whole full name thing either myself, just because of the way data laws and everything have progressed. But a lot of the forum critique I don't think has been particularly fair, and some of it has just been downright inaccurate and toxic, so those ones in particular, sure, get rid of them, ban them. Anthony saying, I personally still had shocking performance with a 3080 Ti and a 9700K, basically unplayable sim, but no questions asked, they refunded me, we'll try again after a few updates, good project and good support. Interesting, is that Phoenix? Sorry, so might have lost track of the conversation there. Matteo is asking, do you know which aircraft are coming soon by PMDG? So, soon, the 737-600 will be released, maybe over the next couple of weeks, hopefully. But watch this space, I'll be doing some previews on it very, very close to its release. Whether it be a preview live stream or a preview video showing it off. Haven't quite worked out that with timeframes and stuff just yet. And then early August to mid-August we'll be looking at the 737-800, which is the one that a lot of people are waiting for. A lot of people very excited for that one. And that hopefully will have the brand new EFB online as well, included in it too, which will be mounted over there somewhere. And when that does come, with the EFB, the 700 and the 600 will be updated to include it as well. Very exciting summer ahead. Looking really far into their list of things to do. They're looking at the 777. That's going to be awesome. Really looking forward to that. The 747 from PMDG is going to be coming in the long future as well, the distant future into next year and beyond. And they've said that there's a secret project. Now, I would love that to be a Boeing 757. So I'm going to put a couple of eggs in a basket and say I reckon it's going to be that. I reckon it's going to be a 757-200, which I'm absolutely hoping for. If it is, it's going to be incredibly good. Really looking forward to that. A PMDG 757. Could you imagine how good that's going to be? Apply or die, exactly. There's a proper way of raising concerns and criticising a company, but there's been a lot of bashing. In fact, there was a thread on the PMDG forum the other day that was just somebody doing, as Ashley described, a drive-by shooting on the forum without any context or constructive sort of suggestions and feedback behind it. It was just pure hatred that was just not really that contextual either, or that well structured. Yeah. And funnily enough, when PMDG responded quite considerately to say to them, actually, we have tried to support you, we've asked you to do X, Y, and Z, and you've just ignored us. The guy disappeared. So he didn't reply. Badge says maybe a 727. That would be quite funky, wouldn't it? Quite old school. Mateo's saying, is PMDG only Boeing? I think so. They're officially licensed with Boeing, so yeah, I think so, yeah. Personally, my only experience of PMDG products have been through Microsoft Flight Simulator, and they've blown me away with how much of a benchmark they've kind of set with this. Performance is by far the best by a long stretch in the sim, by a long stretch, which is remarkable knowing how complex the simulation is. We should probably think about... Oh, we've still got a bit of a way. About 400 odd nautical miles. Yeah, 400 to 500 nautical miles, but we can put in the departure and arrival. So let's put an arrival in. We want runway 30 ILS. Via, yes, 737 MAX comply with I as well. So Boeing, the Boeing 777 and the 747, I think, are going to be coming first. So it's going to be the 737-600, the 800, the 900, and then the 777, the 747, and then once they're done, they're then going to revisit the 737 series with the MAX variants. So what, we've got 4 or 5 years of ongoing PMDG products coming soon. How cool is that? Very, very much. Oh yeah, really looking forward to that. So Magum, let's have a little look at the charts here. Navigraph, there we go. So Magum 1 Romeo arrival to runway 30 is what we want, which is this one here. So heading out Croatian airspace, straight into Slovenian airspace at Magum, transitioning into the Star. We'll already be into descent at that point. Heading down to Lima Juliet 617, 616, 615 at or above 5,000 feet, and then a clearance limit of MIPRO, followed by Basta. From Basta, we're then looking at what initial approach fixes we can expect. So we've either got Dolsko or Lupix. And interestingly enough, there's Dolsko there. So it's going to be... Oh, there's Basta. Interesting. And I don't really want it to be Ljubljana 1 or 2 either. So no transition by the looks of it. It would just be straight in onto the approach from Basta. We'll see what it looks like on the plan anyway. Maga 1 Romeo. We've got plenty of time to have a little look here. Legs Magum. Lima Juliet 617. So we'll have the screen up so you can see both of these. 617 at or above 8,000. 240, 616, 6,000 at or above, 5,000 at or above. MIPRO is then next. Is the clearance limit, max 230 knots at or above 4,000. Now that's interesting because we've got CI30 and then Basta. So let's go to plan mode. Zoom in, we can actually then see what the aeroplane is thinking it wants us to do on the flight plan. So MIPRO, CI30 followed by Basta. Okay, does make a bit of sense. Basta at 4,000. There we go, Basta at 4,000. Happy days, that'll do us. Then the approach. 1324 think that'll do us. Got a discontinuity to deal with as well, of course. So we'll just merge the two and we'll have a look at the steps. Pro, CI30, faster, and then touchdown. Suggesting drag required after Pro, and that is because we've got 2 miles. What's it going to actually suggest that we want to be at here? 8,000, Magum 17101. Let's clear this so we can have a little look through. Lima Juliet 617 at or above 8,000. We've got 30 miles to lose 10,000 feet. That's pretty reasonable, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be quite nice in a way because it will just switch things up. We'll have 2 really amazing long-haul airliners at that point, and then we will gobble up some of the Maxes afterwards. Eagle 1. Is that in the overhead overlay? That's because that is actually the pressure altitude. So we're on standard pressure of flight level 380 at the moment, but the pressure altitude is actually 38,729, or now 30 feet. So that would be QNH of 10. Stand by, I can calculate it without having to check. There's a difference of 730 feet. So you divide that by 30, so it's 30 feet per hectopascals. Per 1 hectopascal. That'd be 24.3. So the pressure altitude, the QNH would actually be 1037.3 at the moment, apparently. Comply or die, absolutely, yeah. Really excited for that. Slight old school Airbus, a little bit more hands-on in that sense as well. Always nice to use. Gakalada. When am I going to play GeoGuessr during a stream? Probably never. Generic Pying saying a C-17 would be cool. I like to do cargo flights now and then, even though there's not really too many good cargo aircraft in the sim. So there is a freeware native C-17. It's pretty awful, to be honest. I did a video on it. But it might suit some of you guys. Up to you whether or not you give it a go. It's free. You can give it a go, then delete it if you want. Red Hoyan, hello to you. Welcome. Ian saying, has anybody else noticed a massive increase in memory use? Is currently sitting at 11 gigabytes. Wow. Let's have a look at my task manager. See what we're at. RAM. Jesus, yeah, we're using 21 gig at the moment out of 64 gigabytes of RAM that I've got. Now bearing in mind that I've updated recently to a 64 gig RAM set, 2 32 gig cards. I used to have 32 gigabytes, 2 16 gig. I would be pretty much already topping out almost. CPU usage is at 40%. My graphics card's at 55%. And my memory's at 21 gigabytes. That's insane. Bearing in mind I've not got rolling cache on either. So it should be getting the memory and then removing it, deleting it. Yeah, madness. Absolute madness. 21 gig of RAM. Why is that so much being used so much? Ooh, look at that, we've got an aircraft towards. Looks like he's going southbound though, so we might not necessarily see him. We'll keep an eye on him. Yeah, hopefully it's using it better. So it's using slightly more, but it's using it more efficiently. And I'm fine with that, if that's the case. Well, awesome. We potentially are going to see him. Bear in mind, our closing speed is about 1,000 miles per hour, 1,000 knots. He's only 1,000 foot below. Showing almost passing now. So, can we see him? Because that would be a great screenshot, wouldn't it? Where is he? Oh, he's 10 miles to the south. We're not going to see him. He's over there somewhere. Well out of view. Oh well. Robin, welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Matthew, good morning to you as well. Keep those likes coming as well, folks, so we get to 100 before we get to Ljubljana, hopefully. If you are enjoying the stream, do give it a like today. And if you are new, please do click subscribe as well. Help us chase that 20,000 subscriber target as well, which we're about, well, just over 600 shy of at the moment. So it's still quite a way to go, but if you've not already subscribed, please do so. And then we can crack on with that PMDG giveaway, along with those Contrail gift cards as well. So we've got quite a few cool prizes to give away once we hit the target, as we mentioned yesterday. Osvix in 30. .5 tons of fuel it wants there. We've got 5 at the moment. Nicely balanced across the 2 tanks as well, 2.5 in each. Oh my god, Gav. Wow. That is incredible. Gav's just gifted 10 British AvGeek channel memberships, folks. So 10 of you have got the opportunity to snap up a membership. That's incredible. How generous of you, Gav. That is really, really nice. Anthony, welcome to the channel membership team. Badger, you too. Congratulations. So thank you, Gav. That's so generous of you. It's 3 gifts already. 7 left. You're the first one to gift memberships, Gav, indeed, yeah. Blown up, welcome. If you are joining us as a channel member, courtesy of Gav donating 10 memberships, that is super generous. Then make sure you link your Discord account with your YouTube account in your Discord user settings, and you'll be able to enjoy the club lounge for a month as well. Look at that, the sea of green. Spitfire RAF, AR Simulations, Benny Big Bucks. Welcome, folks. Calvin, how many is that now? That's incredible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's the 10. Top man. Yeah, Matthew, it's a new feature on YouTube now. As of about a month ago, we've had it active. But yeah, first to do it, Gav. Amazing. Look at that. Green, green, green. It's almost like a members... It's like a members stream all of a sudden. Welcome, everybody. It's great to have you with us. Thank you, Gav. Oh, Streamlabs is trying to keep up. Kai, what just happened? Gav just dropped 10 gifted channel memberships to some of the guys watching behind the scenes. Good grief indeed. Gav, really appreciate that. Really nice thing to do there. Thank you. 10 new channel members in about 1 minute. Calvin, big question there. Out of curiosity asking, is gifting better for you financially than directly donating? How do you mean? Do you mean sort of membership wise? So there's 3 tiers of memberships. Obviously YouTube take a fee. It's a lot less than Twitch streamers have taken off them. It all helps support the stream, of course. Streamlabs donations, Streamlabs tips are where the majority actually make it through to myself. I think they only take a 2% fee from memory, but that's fine. I'm grateful for anything and everything that comes through, whether it be channel members especially, because we've got that nice sort of community in the Discord server where we're all chatting away, myself and all the other channel members that are in our Discord server. And we all connect in there, chat quite nicely in there. I am long overdue a members live stream, to be fair. What if I can gift? Oh, I'm not allowed. I can't gift my own channel. Just got me thinking there. John, yeah, awesome. Just happy with your new Birmingham Airport blueprint mug on the way. It took me about, I think it was almost 5 hours in total to create the design for that. A lot of work. And now you can get a Birmingham Airport charted blueprint cushion as well. $160 miles to top of descent, funnily enough, almost. SM, lost about what's being talked about. Throw a question out there. What are you confused about, buddy? Memberships? It's been a big jump there as well in the likes. Thank you, folks. If you've just clicked the like button, we've jumped all the way up to 64. Awesome. Why Birmingham? Yesterday, John asked for whether or not we could do a Birmingham Airport blueprint style similar to that of Heathrow and Manchester that we've already got available in merchandise. So I basically thought, why not? I'll just give it a go so he can get something that he wants. So I've spent the time creating that one instead. In fact, that's the the most highest resolution one that I've created as well. It's I think it's the equivalent of something like 10K in the for the image. It's almost a 10K image. Should have been Dalaman. Tell you what, it won't be it won't be Istanbul. That's a mega airport. I got lost within about 30 seconds of taxiing. Oh, Alvin saying just don't get it. 10 1-month memberships. I'm not sure. It's new.
£1 an hour exclamation mark dot dot good work.
Don, thank you very much. That's very generous of you. Certainly didn't have to. Appreciate the support. Hope you enjoy your new mug when it arrives as well. Oh, blown up. Unbelievable. Hopefully you're okay. Christopher wants an Arlander one. Yeah, I might need a week or so to create it because I'm going back to work from tomorrow morning. But I'll see what I can rustle up. Eagle 1. Well, yeah, that is an option. Streamlabs goes straight into PayPal, and the PayPal link as well, the British Avigeek PayPal link, that just goes straight into PayPal. So all the options are there. It just depends on whatever you guys choose. What tier of membership is it? That's the maybe it's a different tier. I'm not really sure how it works, to be honest. It's a new feature that YouTube have introduced about a month ago. Gav's the first person to use it, so I guess he'd probably offer a bit more information there. AR Simulations, how to get into the members lounge in Discord. So all you've got to do is synchronize your YouTube account inside your Discord user settings in the integrations thing, and then once you've done that, within an hour it should have resynchronized everything, and it should have you access into the lounge. But I can manually, I'll manually review it now. In fact, generic pilot and that are already in there, so it's already sorted itself out. Blue and generic pilot, welcome into Discord. Peter upgraded to silver. Thank you very much, buddy. Generic pilot, I've only been to Istanbul Ataturk. It was really cramped and hours of lines, so I understand why they built a new airport. Interesting. David, the options aren't on the app again. Ah, interesting. Perhaps it is a browser thing, I'm not sure. It's still there. Interesting. Maybe we're being stalked by whoever that is on TCAS. See if I can find them on Volanta, work out who they are. Not even appearing on Volanta for me. Oh wait, hold on. Looking at the wrong bit. That's Ryanair 422 to Tel Aviv. Oh, Adria Radar 130 Don. 1300. Adria radar, good afternoon. Turkish 17 Lima Papa, flight level 380 inbound Mosav. Oh, 1303, that's why. Whoopsie. I've actually tuned the wrong frequency. Is it 1330? No, 1300. Not confusing, is it? 1300, let's just double check. Adria radar, good afternoon. Turkish 17 Lima Papa, flight level 380 inbound Mosav.
Turkish 17 Lima Papa, dobar dan, Adria radar identified, cleared Magam 1 Romeo arrival ILS 30 Ljubljana.
Good afternoon, cleared Maga 1 Romeo arrival runway 30 Ljubljana, we're at Turkish 17 Lima Papa, thanks. Oh yeah, I am a real sim pilot. The real deal.
Bird 691, contact via radar frequency 132.6, bye-bye. 132.6, Bird 696.
It's nice, we'll have ATC guiding us all the way in for the rest.
From Juliet, cleared Oakland 3 Delta, arrival RMP, correction airnav, Victor approach, runway 23.
Wings 3 Romeo Juliet, cleared Oxax 3 Delta for RMP, visual runway 23.
Correct, and just confirm RMP Victor.
Oh, Lolo, someone's made the BMI Retro 737 livery on flightsim.to, by the way. Amazing. Is that BMI baby? Definitely need to do some Birmingham ops with that then next week. Hugely excited for that. Love a bit of Birmingham on VATSIM, on MSFS with the Mako simulation scenery. Always good. And
2472, proceed direct to Magam for Magam 1 Romeo arrival ILS.
Nice. Been given a little direct too.
Proceed direct to Magam for Magam 1 Romeo arrival for ILS runway 30 for spread 2472.
Lolo, good afternoon as well.
Osprey 722, dobar dan, Adria radar identified, Magam 1 Romeo arrival ILS 30 Ljubljana.
So we know what to expect. Let's have a little look at the charts again, just to brush up on the knowledge. We've got still about 20 minutes prior to top of descent, but we'll go through it all anyway. We've been cleared for the Magam 1 Romeo, which is what we were planning for anyway. So heading 276 degrees from Magam, inbound to Ljubljana. Descending through each of these waypoints here to Lima Juliet 615 at or above 5,000. Those other at and above constraints there too. Then Mipro, followed by the Charlie India waypoint that's in the aircraft's legs page from the final approach with Basta max 200 knots at or above 4,000. We go to the ILS, we can see there Basta is at 4,000. Followed by the 3-degree glide path angle down on the glide slope to runway 30 on the ILS. Minimums. Couple of options.
Olympic 103 Lima, runway 29 clear for takeoff, surface wind calm.
Weather's pretty nice, so I'm going to hand fly it in from at least above 1,000 feet, I think. So we will go to 1,000. We'll do a Cat 1 ILS 1391. For our minimums. Our decision altitude, which is on the rad out 200 feet. I actually might use that one because if I use that, it's a height above ground. It's a lot less scrolling. So, bit of a cheat really.
Magam 1 runway arrival, runway 26 left,
Runway 30.
Good afternoon, with
That'll do. Otherwise I'd have to scroll all the way up to 1,391. Take a while. So that's set too. Missed approach is the dash line, so it's climbed straight ahead to Marker Whiskey, which is 2.2 DME from the Ljubljana threshold, which is also pretty much overhead the Ljubljana VOR 117.2, then a left turn, max 185 knots onto 137 degrees for heading to intercept the radial 172 outbound away from Ljubljana. Climbing up to 6,000 throughout this, and then heading out to 13 DME, turning left to intercept the 232 inbound to the Dol VOR to hold at Dolsko. That's what that looks like. There's the hold there that's charted. Touchdown wise, runway 30, so we're heading up towards the terminal, which is quite nice. 3,300 metres long for runway length. Now we can either go all the way to the bottom at Kilo and vacate at the end, or we could use reverse thrust and some brakes to get off at Golf. So let's have a little look here. Landing weights, let's refresh the ACAS. Runway 30, landing distance available. Where's the charts? The taxiway Golf, runway 30 from the runway head, taxiway Golf intercept, it's 1,282 metres.
Azure Z65 Bravo, would like to leave the cockpit for around 2 minutes.
Z6 Bravo Echo, you'll be leaving my airspace in 7 minutes. You can monitor your command to that, Malaysia.
Over the halfway. Just working some stuff out.
Victor request taxi.
2018. Maybe we can't get off here. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of braking. Well, so we'll plan to use the whole runway, which is telling us auto brake 2 and both reverse as well.
Okay, via November, Juliet and Lima taxi holding by the runway.
Actually, auto brake 3 will get us off at Golf, I think, looking at this. 1282.
V010 Alpha Victor, I'm not sure you're able to accept
auto brake 3.
Taxiway Echo has
auto brake 3, flap 30.
So I'm not sure if you're able to accept that taxiway.
Okay, sorry, no problem, then we'll taxi to Foxtrot.
Thank you.
Victor.
So you're calling your block?
BT70, Victor, request taxi.
Landing altitude 13 on the box above. And then we're going to try and get off at Golf. We'll see if we can make that work. And then from there, taxi to stands.
78, expect a booty flight level 300, call me ready for descent.
Expect a booty level 300, we'll call you off in 728.
Oh, the standard BMI British Midland low, no worries. I requested the BMI baby one a little while ago. No one's made it yet. Don't tell the wife, great streams, Peter says. Thank you very much, really appreciate it.
Thank you, clear for takeoff 29, Walker T306.
And I haven't forgot about you, it's just a local.
So with that in mind, my VAS airplane toolbox is suggesting that our planned landing weight is going to be around 56.3 tons.
Olympic 193 Lima, climb flight level.
It's going to be nearer to 56.7, I think. 56.7. 56.6 with the fuel burn that we've got at the moment. So flap 31, 31 knots. That's what we plan for. There's the ILS frequencies, which we'll also need to pre-tune into the nav boxes. 110.5 for the course, so that's correct, and it's showing 3,300 metre for the runway length and the alternate version in feet. Glide slopes on, and then down here we want to set those frequencies. So 110. In fact, I'm going to set Ljubljana first. 1172.
Lufthansa 2535 Dobrodan Adria, set squawk 6345.
1172 and Dolsko 1127. And then I'm going to set 1105. In fact, that's already set.
Walker 2306, radar
Brilliant.
identified, climb flight level 250.
Any NDBs? Ljubljana NDB, yes. So we've got 296 for the NDB.
BT70 Victor, runway 14 clear for takeoff, surface wind 220 degrees 4 knots, report icing 7,000 feet.
So we've tuned everything. Everything that we have on the charts is now tuned in. Transition altitude, it's about flight level 110. So descent forecast, let's get the weather data in.
Ultra radar, good afternoon, Austrian 808, flight level 340 inbound,
METAR LGLJ, 070 degrees at 5 knots, variable 020110, Cabo K 30 and 16 for the temperatures, QNH 1016, 1015.
Lufthansa 2535 identified. Olympic 103 Lima, climb flight level 330.
1015 and flight level 120.
And Olympic 103 Lima, proceed direct Dallas, expect Dallas, flight level
Reminding us about drag being required at Mipro. Where's Basta? Showing at 4,000, which is good, and it's showing speed for final approach there. The VNAV has got it all in hand by the looks of it. We can add a fix. We will do a fix around the Ljubljana VOR, LVL.
Clear for takeoff, 1010 Alpha Victor.
We'll do slash.
And wind is 110 degrees 7 knots.
Thank you.
So we've got 10 mile fixturing. What's that going to give us on the ILS?
Two whiskies ready for taxi.
Give us about 8 miles.
Condor 8 Victor Charlie, contact VN frequency 132.6, bye.
So we want slash 12.
Vienna on 136, decimal 6, Condor 8 Victor Charlie, goodbye.
7 miles would give us about 5.
126, yes, 8 Victor Charlie.
Adria Toto Whiskey via Papa and Alpha, taxi calling point runway 30.
That'll do.
Via Papa and Alpha, holding point 30.
Got a couple of fixed rings in there as well. Jason, how to use the heading mode selector, can you show me? So, you've got a collar at the top, which is going to tell the aeroplane to limit the bank angle between 10 degrees and 30 degrees based on what it's set at. So, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 degrees. At the higher altitudes, you want the lower bank angles, and at lower altitudes and slower speeds and things, you want 30 degrees, like intercepting for the ILS. You want to have that full range, perhaps, and that sort of thing. In LNAV mode, it just ignores that. This is more for heading select mode. But basically, you would select the heading, whatever that might be, and you just press heading select, and it would then come off LNAV mode, and it would go into heading mode instead. And then you'd need to work out how to get back onto LNAV based on what your flight plan is and what your route is, basically, and where your aircraft is in relation to the magenta line already. That makes sense?
Climb flight level 350, Walker T306.
Little while to top descent now. Got a couple of minutes. Yeah, Peter. As we were just going through that, we've got the same thing as well. All you got to do is apply speed brake. It's basically just saying we need additional drag. So we can get drag through speed brake, we can get drag through flaps, and we can get drag through gear.
3330 double Andrea radar, set squawk 1000.
If that helps.
Visa 8731, monitor Unicom 1.
Dol, 120.
PT70 Victor passing 7,000. PT70 Victor, identify the climb flight level 240. Climb 240, PT70 Victor. Visa 8731, Unicom 128.
Hi Unicom, Visa 8731, bye.
Very flat in this part of the world, and it becomes very, very mountainous as well.
Easy 6 Romeo Julie, descend altitude 7,000 feet, QNH 1016.
So before we hit top of descent, in fact we've got 10 miles to go. Let's go to our checklist and make sure we get our checklist is up. So descent, arrival and weather data obtained and set, and destination weather obtained. We've done that. Landing altitude check, 1,300, that's set, and the radios are set as well. At the moment we're on Adria, 1300. We've got Unicom as a standby frequency, but we've got nav 1 set to the Ljubljana VOR, nav 2 set currently active to the Golsko VOR, and then on the standby instruments we've got the VORs, or the frequency for the ILS. The only thing we need to make sure we now got is our course set. So we've got to set what the course is for the ILS on the charts. 302. On course 1 and 2. There we go. So that's the aeroplane pretty much prepped for the ILS approach. Once we get a bit closer. Wing engine anti-ice not required. MCP reset altitude. Turkish 17 Lima Papa request descent.
Turkish 17 Lima Papa, descend flight level 120.
Descend flight level 120, Turkish 17 Lima Papa. So you could see the aeroplane was telling us.
Adria,
120.
ready. Correction, Adria 22 whiskey, ready.
I think it was 120. So you could see there, VNAV's on. The aeroplane, we got a little warning here saying FMCP/reset. We had a warning there on the scratch pad saying reset MCP altitude, and that's because that was, funnily enough, the part of the checklist we were on at the time. It's because the aeroplane was sensing we're about to hit top of descent, so it's asking you as the pilot, are you ready? You need to reset your MCP altitude. You might have missed some steps, or you might have not noticed we're at top of descent. So the aeroplane's hinting to you there. We got it done just in time to then commit to our descent, which is now on VNAV path mode, and throttles are showing retard. It will every now and again give us a bit of power too. Altimeter needs to be set once we hit transition. It was 1015. There we go, we've twizzled it. We've set that in the standby box. We've set our approach speeds, decision height. It's not altitude, it's decision height this time, because we're going to be using our height above ground linked to the radalt, not our barometric pressure altitudes, and the QNH 1015. We've just briefed the approach, and the auto brake needs to be set as required. Auto brake 3. We're going to try and get off a Golf.
Direct to Logda, wow. Thank you very much, Wizard 10 Alpha Victor. And still have we to climb flight level 350?
Wizard 1 Alpha Victor, I think like the traffic he has disconnected, so climb flight level 370.
Climb flight level 370, dziękuję.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Tom 7 to Yankee over the Adria radar says squawk 5223.
Overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. Please fasten your seatbelt, put your seat back upright.
Jim, yeah, it's on flightsim.to.
Open your window blind and stow your footrest. Make sure that your electronic devices are set to flight mode. Electronic devices which do not have flight mode feature must be turned off. All electronic devices
Adria
must be disconnected from the insert
Identify the
electrical
climb
power
flight
supply
level
and safely stow.
250.
Thank you.
Climb flight level
Sayın
250
yolcularımız,
and I'm turning left for
İniş için
180
el
degrees now.
bagajınızın başüstü dolabına veya önünüzdeki koltuğun altına yerleştirilmiş olduğunu kontrol ediniz.
Roger.
Şimdi lütfen kemerinizi bağlayınız. Koltuğunuzu dik, masanızı kapalı,
Tom 27 to Yankee
girişlerinizi
identified.
açık duruma getiriniz ve ayak desteğinizi yerine yerleştiriniz.
Eurowing 6 runway Dolly descend 7000 feet, QNH
uçuş modunda
1016.
olduğunu kontrol ediniz. Uçuş modu özelliği bulunmayan elektrik
Eurowing 6
cihazların
runway Dolly.
kapatılması,
Keep those likes coming, folks. Try and hit, we've got a couple of minutes left before we get to Ljubljana to hit 100 if we can. If you've not hit subscribe, please do so. Help the channel grow to 20,000 subscribers.
Adria Totovisky, proceed direct o'clock to resume
Please
navigation.
ensure that your personal screen and handset are stored properly. Thank you.
Blink, November-ish time, I think.
Yerine yerleştirilmiş olduğundan emin olunuz. Teşekkür ederiz.
Direct o'clock and resume navigation 802 Whiskey.
That's interesting. At or above 8,000. Yeah, we want that VNAV to keep coming down. It's recalculating itself there, look. There's all the terrain coming in. Highest peak, 5,400 nearby. I would love to see that, Matthew. That'd be great. Blink, absolutely. Is there a particular phase of the flight, Matthew, where if you're looking closely you can spot that? And if so, would you be looking at the tips of the wings right at the very edge of the sort of leading edge? Or would you be looking more towards the trailing edge of the wing or nearer to the wing root? Whereabouts would you find it? Igor, that would be cool, wouldn't it? It'd be absolute carnage though, wouldn't it? Absolute carnage. You can imagine what VATSIM would be like. It'd be like, request please, please. Got a fight on board. Medical diversions, all that. I'm sure a model will be developed one day for that sort of stuff. Medical diversions and fights on board, disruptive passengers. I was about to say they're a rare occurrence, but sadly not so much anymore. They seem to be more and more frequent as time's gone on post-COVID, with very, very, well, much more impatient society than we used to live in, which is rather sad.
Request back in our cockpit for 15 minutes. PMDG standard military channel go.
Oh, Matthew, awesome. Doc, no, where about? Let me scroll up.
You'll be leaving my sector in 50 minutes and that is offline.
Oh, yeah, but that's about the FMC drag required after MiPro, right? At the moment, we're okay. At the moment, we're okay. We can see what the aeroplane's trying to sort of calculate in its brain at the moment. We're on track. And the Virgin Vegas flight low as well. Notorious for disruptive issues. Now look at the terrain around us now getting quite hilly and mountainous, certainly in the distance there. Ljubljana's on the nose. Kind of, it's in that valley over there, I think, Ljubljana actually. Oh, gate assignment, no, I didn't see that at all. Where is it? Oh, gate 4, gotcha. Thank you very much. pop the seatbelt sign on. We can see the cabin's now starting to depressurise as well with our descent. And we'll run the approach as if we don't have auto ignition again. So we will put our ignition mode selectors to continuous. If you've got auto written in the top, which is an option in the FMS, you don't need to. You don't need to do that if you've got auto. If it says off, then you absolutely must set your ignition to continuous on final approach and on taxi out for departure. David, yeah, you'd be surprised how many of those still come about. Obviously some countries still require it for their travel, like Canada, so we get problems at Heathrow with people refusing to wear a mask on Air Canada flights because they don't have to in the UK, even though the second they're on the runway they're basically on Canadian territory and Canadian soil on board the aircraft. But they don't appreciate that, and then they get offloaded.
Turkish 17 Lima Papa, descend altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1015.
Dead 6,000 feet, QNH 1015, Turkish 17 Lima Papa. 6,000, we'll continue down to transition when we'll then press the standard button there because we've preset the QNH 1015 just there. Landing altitude, recall. No warnings. Auto brakes set as required. Landing data's done, approach is done as well, so we'll pop it there. Awesome. So on our Discord server, Matthew, by the way, is a real pilot. I was about to say a real CRJ captain, but you're going on to the 767s now, aren't you? Very exciting. Check out Discord. And he's put a video of a shockwave there.
Irving 6 Romeo Dolly, descend 3,000 feet, clear there nav approach runway 23, report runway inside.
Irving 6 Romeo Juliet, descending 3,000 feet, clear there nav approach runway 23, report wind field inside.
Transition set to flight level 120, remember. And that's when we're going to hit the button as we cross that, and that will then give us a local altitude with the local pressure. Toby Carvery, welcome on board. I'll have all the meats, please. Thanks for subscribing. A little bit of drag.
Turkish 1876 radio check.
Just to help the aeroplane see the speed's running away from the magenta speed bug, so we need a little bit of drag. So we just deployed the spoilers into flight to 10 to assist the aeroplane.
Roger, thanks.
There we go. And then just before we get to that again, we're going to retract them. Otherwise the auto thrust system will kick in, apply some power, and try and fight that deceleration. We'll need detent again in a minute for the speed brakes. Going through transition now, so we'll set the local pressure. It's actually higher than 1013, so now the nose needs to come down a bit more for our rate of descent to remain on our path for the VNAV. Get rid of the music. And I'm going to record the landing on Sky Dolly. We'll run a few replays on it as well, if you guys want to see those. Just keeping an eye on that speed. Don't want it to creep too far beyond that speed target there. It's holding just about 279 at the moment, so we're 5 knots above what it wants to be at, and we're slowly losing the path as well, so I'm just going to be proactive and I'll help the aeroplane get back.
Visa 3330, descent flight level 150.
There we go. So, 10,000 feet checks, landing lights on, runway turn-off lights on, seatbelt signs and cabin lights as required. Give them a double ding, about 10 minutes to landing. Zoom into 20 now. Toby, there you go, in the live chat there. Thanks to David. You can see the specs that we're flying with at the moment. So now the VNAV's decelerating the aeroplane. We'll probably give it a bit of assistance here with flight detent. So we've deployed the speed brakes as we make our descent now into Ljubljana. Final stage of our descent. Just grab a little screenshot of that. And from the outside, that's what the aeroplane's looking like at the moment with the configuration that we're in. I'll dive back into the flight deck just to see what's happening. And we're slightly below our speed target, so we'll just get rid of the speed brakes for now and we'll allow the aeroplane to continue in the path that it's at the moment. We've got a little bit of a flex there for an option. Okay, so pre-approach checks then. We're going to make sure our nav course and frequency are set, so we now need to flick these across, nav 1 and nav 2, so 1105 is active for the ILS frequencies, 1105 in the box, and of course the 302 on the PFD at the top left there for the ILS, which is now ready. And then we're going to start to deploy speed deploy our flaps as we reach certain speed targets. MPS Gaming, yeah, the Payware Scenic Routes Ljubljana scenery is really nice. It's been some time since we last flew there actually as well. Hopefully we'll get further descent in a minute. VNAV's done a beautiful job so far. But he's very busy, don't forget, he's controlling all of the Adriatic region at the moment. Is that for us?
Turkish 17 Lima Papa, do you copy?
Apologies, so again, Turkish 17 Lima Papa.
Turkish 17 Lima Papa, descent 4,000 feet, cleared ILS approach runway 30, report established.
Descent 4,000 feet, cleared ILS runway 30, report established, Turkish 17 Lima Papa. Shnavi, welcome. Doc saying Ljubljana city centre's on our left hand side. Oh, ooh, that was a worry. Got a weird freezing going on here. There we go. There it is, I think. Is that it? Either way, it's very nice. Back into the flight deck. Actually, 30 degrees for the intercept anyway, that's fine. So we have got about 15 or so miles. There's the runway actually. So let's start to think about decelerating the aeroplane. I know we're at the decel point anyway.
Osprey 722, descent flight level 140.
Descent flight level 140,
Keep it in 800 feet per minute. We'll go into vertical speed mode for a moment. We're below the glide slope, which is fine. We'll continue with that rate of descent, hopefully. We're going to allow the airplane to slow down. Go flap 5, speed screen. And the aeroplane's now decelerating. Let's continue to 180. Approach mode armed. And we'll flick across to the approach display as well. It's getting very busy. Glide slopes alive at the moment, but we're not captured. We'll monitor that. Speed brake is deployed at the moment. Sky dolly records. And we'll level at 4,000. So the aircraft's going to level off very briefly for that single channel. Let's go to CMDB as well. So we've got CMD A and B active. And we're going to go to 160 till 4. Let's go to spoilers disarm. Spoilers arm. Flap 10. We're at ME-Pro at required flaps. Drag, sorry. Gear down at 8. Or 9 miles, sorry, we'll go gear down now just to help the aeroplane with some drag. And we're going to set 302 for the heading. Flap 15. So geared down and set 15 for flaps. We're going to go ignition mode continuous for engines 1 and 2 and landing gear confirmed down 3 green. Autopilot is, well, we've got CMDB engaged already, and we're going to go flaps set for landing. So flap 25, we've got one more stage of flaps. Go around altitude of 4,000, it was 6,000 I believe, so we need to wind that up. 6, and autopilot auto throttle as required. 131, 136. Flap 30, so that's now our landing flaps set. Monitor, be prepared to go around is the next bit written on my checklist.
Runway 32, Nick 1 Papa departure, initial climb level 250, squawk 5267, Blue Air 5731.
Blue Air 5731, clearance copied correctly.
Oh, happy with that. Let's fly in, shall we?
Request descent. Osprey 27 Juliet Mag, descent flight level 10.
High controls.
190, Osprey 27 Juliet Mag.
A little bit of positive trim up. We're at 2,700 feet. Might as well fly the whole thing in. Oh god, yeah, report established.
Destination Geneva, Sierra Alpha Lima 8 kilo departure, runway 23, 5,000 feet, squawk 5275.
Clear to Geneva.
Need to get in on the radio as well. There's the outer marker, or middle marker I think it was.
5275, change 191.
Turkish 17 Lima Papa established.
Turkish 17 Lima Papa, runway 30, clear to land, wind 090 degrees, 7 knots.
Clear land, Turkish 17 Lima Papa.
ATN 091, current.
So, using thrust at the moment to actually slow down our rate of descent to recapture that glide slope because we've gone 3 red. And now I'm anticipating capturing that and getting a second white, so 2 red, 2 white. So, I've actually now brought the thrust back a little bit. I'm just retrimming the aeroplane to assist.
Nordic 332, radar identified.
We've actually got a 4 knot tailwind. 2 red, 2 white. Yeah, Dwal, I can't do that now. Good. Still a little bit below the glide slope there. A bit of power in. The tailwind changing up to 6 knots doesn't help. Just think, in a way, the aeroplane's going to sink more. Which is why we've lost the glide slope there. Let's just be a bit proactive, get that back. We're just at minimums as well, so we'll continue now. There we are, we're stable.
Mike Alpha, Golf Alpha, Mike.
Looking to the end.
20. 10.
And Adria, James 091,
and reverse. 3. Push the nose forward a little bit, get some weight on the wheels, and I think we won't make Golf. Have we? I think we have made Golf. Yeah, boy! Through 50 knots.
3 Delta arrival. Erna Victor approach runway 23.
Go off manual brakes and vacate a Golf. Look at that, like a pro. Okay. Bring the flaps up and retract the spoilers.
Roger, call you. Turkish 17 Lima Papa, welcome to Ljubljana. Taxi straight ahead, gate number 4.
Go straight ahead, gate 4, Turkish 17 Lima Papa, thanks. Slow down now to appropriate taxi speed. Landing lights off, runway turn off lights off, and taxi lights on. APU pumps start. Off lights strobe and steady to steady, and ignition modes to automatic.
No further descent in the next 1 minute due to LOA between Adria and Romania.
Gate 4 is pretty much right ahead of us as well. Quarter brake off. Oops. Transponder. PA. Matthew says proud. Thank you very much. Was that alright? Was that good?
Osprey 2472.
Don't need the train map, don't need traffic mode.
Send to 6000, QNH 1015, prospect 2472.
Osprey 722,
Stand
descend 8000 feet, QNH 1015. Osprey 27 to Mike, descend 10,000 feet, QNH 1015.
Blown up, yeah, really nice scenery. Great payware. So we'll leave the engines running because we've got Sky Dolly recording for the replay. Lilo, thank you very much. Slow down for the stop. Line's about there.
Contact Athens 129.675. Bye bye. 129675, Olympic 193 Lima. Have a good day.
Brake on. Get power to the APU. Probes off. Got that one. Look at that.
Whiskey requesting my approach,
so,
please.
What we would do at this point is we'd then work through our shutdown checks and everything else. But because we are, at the moment, anti-ice air conditioning, let's kill those, we don't need them. Because we're going to use Sky Dolly to replay our landing, we don't need to worry about shutdown just yet.
Got it.
I thought I was right on the line, but obviously not. Okay, let's grab. Look at that. Great scenery, scenic routes. Couple of statics included. There's some animated flags waving away as well. Look at the backdrop as well, it's incredible. And then we'll capture some of the guys that are about to touch down as well. This scenery is available on Sim Market if you haven't got it already.
Confirm initially 5,000 feet.
Scenic routes, Ljubljana, Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Adriana Totovan, current copied correctly.
Get those tunes back on as well, shall we?
Adriana Totovan, start of approach.
And in the drone camera, we want to follow mode off. And speed up the rotate as well.
Turkish 7 Echo Whiskey, double another radar identified. Other station, you're blocked.
What is this music?
Bravo, enter runway 23, backtrack approach, call me ready for
it's supposed to be soft beats. Don't think that's soft beats.
Thank you.
I think it's the weirdest tune I've heard on here for a long time. Okay, so the question is now. Yeah, the others are statics, MPS Gaming.
Eurowings Charlie Fox of Adria identified climb flight level 3.
Two more screenshots to upload, and we've got who have we got here? Heatus on final. I don't think he's on VATSIM. We've got
Radar, Walker,
Turbo Stig Osprey 2472 a couple of minutes away, followed by Gav about a minute behind, and then John 2 minutes behind.
Thank you.
And that will be our little gravy train of aircraft.
Adria, Toto Whiskey, Van descent flight level 110.
I'm ready, so descending flight level 110 for Idiot.
I reckon I can get in. Do a replay.
Victor Unicom 122.
Right, I'm on observer mode now. I reckon we can do a replay before he comes in.
Radar, good evening, Turkish 2204, flight level 340,
Here we go.
inbound to Takeoff.
Turkish 2204, double than Adria, radar identified.
So, this was my approach a moment ago.
Walker 2306, contact Athens, radar frequency 129.6 and 5, bye bye.
129.675, Walker 2306, thanks a lot, have a good day.
Where am I? Still flying. We'll have to ignore all the master cautions in the mornings. Let's use... You know what? Let's go for the wing view for this, I think. So we were hand flying this the whole way in. Best way to fly in the sim. We'll replay in the cabin view here, and then we will see. We go for that one. What do you reckon? Quick decision. Engine view. I reckon that. And then we'll do a quick replay of our touchdown before the other guys come on to final approach. We're hidden at the moment on VATSIM, so we can still hear the controller, but we're on observer mode, so we are we're hidden away. We're invisible at the moment on the controller's display and for everybody around us.
Adrian 221 taxi, holding point Bravo, runway 23, hold short Bravo.
What I do need to do is turn off landing rate monitor.
POT 70 Victor, Ranger. 70 Victor, welcome to the party.
Such a fantastic part of the world to fly around with this backdrop of all the scenery.
No problem, welcome back.
Not too bad with the slight changes with the tailwind, going up to almost 10 knots.
Boyer 5731, start up approach, QNH 1015.
Start up approach, QNH 1015, slow air, 5 cross.
Osprey 2472, descend 4,000 feet, clear the LS 30.
So we've still got a couple of minutes.
Descend to 4,000 feet, clear to the ILS runway 30.
Look at that, absolutely stunning.
Osprey 2472.
There's the flare, holding the flare, and touchdown. Absolutely MPS gaming. Beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so there's the touchdown from the inside, and then obviously we vacated at Golf. There's me idling the throttles. So now we want to replay from outside. So we've got to go, let me just reset this. This is where the sim might kill us. Quick check of here. Short final. Still flap 30, lights, signs all good still. So, here we go.
Yes, please. I can hold it Lasul if you want me to.
We've still got a couple of minutes. Before the next one's inbound, then we'll park up and reconnect so we can all see each other once more. Right, where's the touchdown zone? About there, isn't it? Murky bit. Quite a narrow runway with the way the tarmac's all stripped.
Osprey 2472, speed 180 knots or higher till 6 DME.
There we are.
180 or higher until 6 DME for Osprey 2472.
Somebody a little while ago asked, how do you stay on the centre line on approach? You draw a big line as if you're extending from the runway through the plane. There we are.
Osprey 27 to late Mike, descend 6,000 feet.
Descend 6,000 feet, Osprey 272.
How's that for a view? Peekaboo.
Condor 1611, over done, data radar identified.
Cool, and then we can just watch back the we're waiting to hear the Osprey call up established. In the meantime, we can watch the taxi in and watch the flaps retract and everything else. Blown up, yeah, that's it. It doesn't record everything. It's a bit odd.
Osprey 722, start reducing 180.
Start reducing 180, Osprey 7.
So APU's still good.
AGN 091, runway 23 clear for takeoff, surface wind is 240 degrees 10 knots.
Clear for runway 23, AGN 091.
APU still on bleeds. APU gen is powered.
AGN 221 after passing company, enter runway 23, backtrack approach, call me ready for departure.
Gotta go watch another landing now, here we go.
Correct.
Make sure parking brake is on.
Edge control, Osprey 2472 is established runway 30.
Osprey 2472, runway 30, clear to land, surface wind 090 degrees 7 knots.
Clear to land for Osprey 2472.
Go.
Osprey 27 to late Mike, descend 4,000 feet, clear Dallas approach.
What do you reckon, guys? Throw some figures out in the live chat, see what you reckon.
Descend
Or touchdown.
Report established runway 30, number 3, Osprey 27 Juliet Mike.
Just got to restart here, so we're back on the network.
ADN 091 identified, climb flight level 380.
Climbing flight level 380, ADN 091.
Nordic 3382, Unicorn 1228.
Here he comes. Top right of the screen.
Easy 52 Delta Extra, Unicorn 122.8, bye-bye.
By the way, for the guys that are flying along in the PMDG 737, for those of you watching, because we've just added chocks to the aeroplane, they will have chocks as well. So actually, we've got, let's remove the chocks. Got the park brake set. It's not the aeroplane, that's my ringtone.
Osprey 722, resume normal speed.
Resume normal speed, Osprey 722.
That's looking really nice. Oh.
Adria Toto Whiskey, when ready, exit the hold over Lazul, clear the Airnav Victor, runway 23, report.
The tailwind makes it tricky.
When ready, exit the hold over Lazul, clear for Arnav 23 Whiskey, Victor, ATR 22 Whiskey.
There's the touchdown zone. Osprey World Cargo. That was very smooth. He's going to use all the runway.
Direct control, Osprey 722, established runway 30.
Looking good.
Osprey 7.
Bit tricky because the air traffic controller has put a load of speed constraints in, so he's had to try and fly a bit quicker up to the very last minute, then bring the speed back. Trying to bring the speed back using drag because you'll be on the glide slope.
547 flight level 110.
There he goes, he's vacated nicely over there.
ADM Toto 1 runway 23 clear for takeoff. Surface
Awesome.
wind is
Never noticed that, the scenery before.
10 knots.
That's it, the latest merch delivery to Ljubljana.
Clear to land runway 30, Osprey 722. Thank you.
Osprey 2472, continue right via Alpha, November.
And we got John next.
And Echo 2 to
This one's
gate
Gav.
number 3.
Alpha, November.
And then we got
Echo 3
John after
to
Gav.
Gate. What was the gate again, sorry?
Echo 2 and gate number 3.
Echo 2, gate number 3 for Osprey 2472. Osprey 27 Juliet Mike, fully established 12 mile runway 30.
Osprey 27 Juliet Mike, Roger.
There, we're all
approach
perfectly
wind,
spaced.
090 degrees 7 knots.
Fantastic.
Continue approach, copy the wind.
A little bit of a sink there, look. That'd be the tailwind suddenly increasing.
Good afternoon, Adria. 904 India.
Oh, now that was spectacular. Osprey passenger. Osprey Airways.
904 India, Dobar Dan, Adria radar identified.
Great touchdown. Silky smooth. Is the auto brake 3 in full reverse as well to get off at Golf? Oh, we're professional pilots here at Osprey Airways. Awesome. Great effort.
Adria, Radar Blue, 571, ready for takeoff.
Look at that. Double whammy.
Blue 571, runway 1.
Look at the windsock. Yeah, windsock can't be correct though. Is that showing a headwind? Windsock's reverse, I think, isn't it? Back to front.
ADN Toto 1 identified, climb flight level 360.
Climbing flight level 360,
That was showing a crosswind there. Very weird. Right, John's on final now. Last one in on the pack. Almost 100 likes. 3 more.
Give way to the company coming from left hand side on Alpha by November, taxi gate number 5. And Osprey 27 Juliet, runway 30 clear to land, wind 090 degrees 7 knots.
Clear to land, Osprey 27 Juliet Mike.
Thank you very much to our controllers today. Kai in Istanbul. And Ankara Control as well. Didn't catch your name. And Stefan at Adria Radar. Thank you very much. Really nice of you guys to spend a bit of time connecting so that we had a bit of ATC today. Where is he? He's going to pop into view in a minute. Geordie asking, what do you think of the Airbus A310 that will come with the 40th anniversary edition? So Microsoft have obviously paid Inibuilds a substantial sum of money to get that included, because that was going to be a payware aircraft add-on. Very high fidelity, probably on par with what PMDG offer with the 737. That, you know, really good significant level of detail. It's going to probably be about 80, 90, probably even $100 for an add-on. So for Microsoft to buy that off them, that would have been I reckon a couple of £1 million in their pockets for that. So it's going to be really good. It's going to be incredible when that A310 comes.
Eurowings 1 Golf Hotel, descending on 170.
Eurowings 1 Golf Hotel,
there he is.
Frequency.
Ta-da!
Oh dear. I'll go back to the previous frequency then.
So John's in the Fenix A320, and actually this has got our livery model matched with it too, so it should show as the Osprey Fenix A320 aircraft. The question is it the standard Osprey Airways livery, or is it the One World Alliance Osprey Airways livery? You can see from here actually the profile of the runway as well. It's got this slight little uphill hump, pretty much where the touchdown zone is, which can be a little bit deceiving to you on approach.
Adriana for India, descend flight
That's
level
looking very
340,
good.
proceed direct Magam.
Descend level 340, direct Magam, Adriana for India.
That's looking really, really nice.
Audio radar, good afternoon, world.
Oh.
21, flight level 380.
You have to ignore the animation. That's a Fenix bug with the way it renders in AI. Is it will just keep doing that now? It's so weird seeing that. How good is that? Great touchdown. And there we are, we've filled up the terminal.
Osprey 2472 is at gate 6. Thanks very much for the ATC.
Let's zip back.
All the best, bye-bye.
And Andrea, just to confirm, is that direct to Magam or Vala?
Magam.
Mike Alpha Golf Alpha Mike, Andrea, Nana 4 India, thank you.
Really nice scenery. Goes beyond the airport as well, sign of a good payware. Heads off outwards, covering some of the environment around the airport, off in the distance.
Mike, welcome to Ljubljana, taxi straight ahead, gate number 3.
Taxi straight ahead, gate number 3.
It's got gate 3, perfect. So we will position the camera there.
Blue Air 5731, identified climb flight level 370.
Level 370, Blue Air 5731.
Position the camera like that.
Blue Air 10, squawk 1000.
Let's see. Try and get the position nice for a decent screenshot. Pretty good, isn't it? The thing is, we have to time it so that when we hit the screenshot button, the gear's down on the Fenix before it disappears, which is super quick. We'll try. We'll see what we can manage. What a great little route though. Istanbul to Ljubljana. Really nice. Decent little time, about 2 hours total. Block to block, well, like sort of block time, gate to gate.
Roger, 1 negative, proceed direct Magam 1 Romeo.
Is there a specific software that you use for model matching, Ufran is asking. So this, with the Osprey aircraft, it's just a custom VMR that we've created to match with the channel liveries. The rest is done by AIG. Ah, I clicked it and the gears disappeared. Damn it. Now.
Roger, expect
there we go, I think that was it.
Circling approach, runway 1 to establish.
God damn it. That gear is so strange. Oh, done it again. I've just got lots of images of blank. An airplane floating with no gear. Try once more.
Thank you.
That'll do, I reckon. There we go. Ljubljana from Istanbul on VATSIM Microsoft Flight Simulator. Hopefully you guys have all enjoyed it. A very warm welcome to our 10 new channel members. Thank you very much to Gav for generously donating those 10 memberships. Super generous of you. So welcome to our 10 brand new channel members. Great to have you with us. Hopefully you enjoy the next month as a channel member. John, thank you very much for your super chat earlier on as well, and of course for purchasing our channel merchandise earlier too, John, with that new Birmingham print that we've created. Ricky, Sam, Toby, Gumball Greg, welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing, and everybody who has hit the like button as well. Thank you very much to you guys and our controllers today. Hit subscribe before you head off. Hit like if you've not done so already. And I hope you have a great week ahead. I'll be planning the next few streams for the weekend coming up soon. And really looking forward to bringing you guys some preview content of the 737-600 nearer to its release as well. So watch this space, keep an eye on the channel, and head over to Discord to continue the conversation. Thanks for flying along, everybody, and I will see you in a couple of days. Take care. See you soon. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye. The next one, Delta Unicorn, Volanta 2, bye-bye.
Volanta 2, next 47 Charlie Delta, correct.
Lot 5 Charlie, inform